In growing leaf yeast, we want to reduce as much as possible all other contamination, such as bacteria and microorganisms on your hands and on the desk. So using a disinfectant solution, I'll just rinse my hands and then clean the desk to remove as many microorganisms as possible. What we have are two plants, because this is ivy, and this ivy is from the country. In the countryside, there's less pollution, and because of less pollution, you would normally expect to have more leaf yeasts. Leaf yeast can't grow on the upper surface of the leaf because of the cuticle, so they're normally growing on the underside of the leaf. In the city plant, there's pollution, and we would sometimes expect less leaf yeast. So we're going to use two leaves, a country leaf and a city leaf. Before we use the leaves, we need to sterilize the equipment. So we're going to be using a forceps and a scissors. So using the hot flame on the Bunsen, and we just introduce it in here and rotate it. Again, this is sterilizing the forceps, killing all microorganisms on the tip of the forceps. And the same with the scissors, just to reduce the risk of contamination. And we'll turn off the Bunsen, we don't need it anymore. Now, we're using nutrient agar plates. These are Petri dishes with agar, which is a solid material, and there's nutrient in that to feed the yeast so that the yeast can grow. Taking one of the leaves and just holding it with the forceps, we'll nip it off. And we want to cut this so that it will fit into the dish. So we'll cut small pieces and just cut it into small pieces so that they fit neatly into the dish. Take a second piece. To attach them to the dish, we want to attach them to the lid of the dish. We'll use Vaseline. And putting little smears or blobs of Vaseline on the inside of the lid. And the Vaseline will act as an adhesive, as it were. Now, we attach the pieces of leaf, and we attach the upper surface of the leaf to the lid of the Petri dish, making sure that the lower surface of the leaf is facing down. We then do the same with the city leaf. Again, using Vaseline. And we attach the leaves. Again, it's the upper surface of the leaf. Normally the shinier surface of the leaf you attach to the lid of the Petri dish, so that the lower surface of the leaf will be facing down onto the Vaseline, onto the nutrient agar. Now, having done that, we label the dish. And we label the dish simply city leaves on one side and country leaves on the other. So city and country leaves. And we'll place that dish into a warm place for 4 or 5 days, sometimes 6 or 7 days, depending. Before we put it into the incubator, we want to seal the dish in case any growth would be present. Using parafilm, we just pull the parafilm around it, and the parafilm allows us to seal the dish. Like that. As a control, we'll use a dish with nothing in it, just agar, no leaf. And again, we'll seal that using some parafilm. And we label this one control. We'll leave the 2 dishes in a warm place or in an incubator at a temperature somewhere between 20 and 30 degrees. 25 degrees would be ideal. And we leave them for 4, 5, 6 days and see what happens. A week later, we examine the results. In the control dish, where there was no leaf, there's no growth. If I turn it over, no sign of growth. In the dish with the leaves, on the city leaf on this side, or the city leaves, if I turn it over, very little growth. A small few bits and pieces, but very, very little growth. Pollution means that there's very little growth of leaf yeast. On the country leaves, which are on this side of the dish, in the country there's less pollution, and in the country, many colonies, pink colonies of leaf yeast. So these pink colonies are the leaf yeast. They actually follow the shape almost of the leaves sometimes. So leaf yeast in the country leaves, leaf yeast not in the city leaves.